My story is about my grandfather, and I actually have a tattoo right here for him on my leg. And I'm wearing his jacket right now. And I got the tattoo to keep his memory alive. And this jacket always reminds me of the great warm hugs he gave me. My grandpa was the closest thing I had to a father when I was growing up. My dad wasn't really there when I was a baby, so along with my grandma, my grandpa helped take care of me, even though he was my mom's stepdad. He'd do anything to help out. My dad partied and did a lot of drugs back in those days, so my grandpa somewhat filled that role in my life. As the time went by, I started forming this idea that my grandpa was my father, and that my father was just some random guy that my family knew that liked to hug and kiss me all the time. And after I was about to start kindergarten, my mom had to basically explain to me that my grandpa was not my dad. But even after she had explained this point, he was still my father figure. My grandpa taught me the main things a father would usually teach you, such as riding a bike, fishing, and gardening. He also taught me to love and appreciate nature as much as he did. My grandpa enjoyed these activities throughout his life. I remember that when I was in 4th grade, I wanted to participate in this fishing derby. So bad, but there was only one problem. I didn't know how to fish. So, like the amazing man he was, he taught me the things I would need to know. After I came home from school, he'd have me practice my reeling and casting. I regret to say he and I did not catch anything that day, but it's all cool though, because a few months later we went fishing at a slough nearby and I caught a shark. And then after my grandpa got sick, it was very heartbreaking. So my pastor and youth pastor helped me pray for him and would keep me assured that everything would be okay no matter what happened. But as he got sicker, I prayed more and started having dreams about him. Some were good and some were bad. After a while, he needed more medical care than what my family was capable of doing themselves, so he was sent to a local nursing home so he could get the care he needed. Last Christmas Eve, I hate to say, was the worst day of my life. Because that day, my grandma, our dog, and I went to see him that day. And he was up and alert, and he was very talkative, and he was playing with our dog too. But after we left, I started getting a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. I just could not piece this feeling together. That feeling got worse about 2 hours later because the nursing home had called my grandma and said that he was in the process of dying. After my mom and grandma left, the awful feeling quickly put itself together like a child's puzzle. And then at that exact moment, I knew I'd be losing my grandfather, aka my father. After my grandpa passed away, I cried almost every single day. I cry sometimes, but I must remember, he is my guardian angel, and God only makes the best angels guardian angels. Amen.